Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, American presidential candidates advocate for the ban of TikTok as Western propaganda is being exposed. TikTok should be banned because it is, or they are poisoning American minds, and I will do it week one, said Chris Christie. Vivek Ramaswamy further said instead of banning one app, they have to go further and ban any US company transferring US data to the Chinese. Here is a clip of the presidential candidates talking about this issue.
TikTok should be banned because they are poisoning American minds, and I would do it week one.
Speak to the parents out there. There are probably TikTok apps on half the phones in this auditorium.
No, I'm going to speak to the fact that two people hit me and you didn't let me respond.
Well, I want to laugh at why Nikki Haley didn't answer your question, which was about looking at families in the eye. In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Your adult daughter. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy
scum.
answer is actually to say that we're just going to ban one app. We got to go further. We have to ban any U.S. company actually transferring U.S. data to the Chinese.
Would you ban or force the sale of TikTok?
Yes. What we should do is ban TikTok, period.
What is it they are trying to protect or hide? Or why are they really bent on banning an app that millions of people use to learn and share ideas of most of the things happening around the world? Now, some people are saying that the only reason they want it banned is because we all witnessed a live G-side on social media. What is currently happening between Israel and Hamas? The other thing is that they are scared of their crimes being exposed. Let's check out a few stitches, and when I get back, it gets even more interesting.
They never wanted us to see the truth, and now that we see the truth, they want to ban TikTok. How about ban CNN, Fox News, and all those other news outlets that are so biased that only tell us one side of the story?
And I would do it week one.
I'm still trying to figure out why these politicians are still so worried about TikTok. Like, don't y'all got other things to be worried about? That's way more important than TikTok. Healthcare, education system, inflation, cost of living, more importantly, student loans, and y'all are worried about banning an app. Okay. I swear, man, this country is a joke. Pure clownery.
Poisoning American minds, and I would do it week one.
It's very rare that I get involved in politics or even talk about politics because I know there are a lot of people that I am genuinely friends and cool with on here that may not agree with the exact same things that I agree with, nor do we have the same types of faith and whatnot, or even lack of faith. I don't care. I care more about whether or not you're just a decent person. That being said, this is a dumpster fire and a half. We have so many issues going on right now. We are literally watching grown-ass adults, if you even want to call them that, talking about whether or not they would ban an app. I don't mean to date myself, but I've been around long enough to remember back when YouTube was literally for posting cat videos, when Facebook was created to simply be able to keep in contact with loved ones from across the country, across the ocean, other countries and whatnot. And I'm old enough to remember back when Twitter was literally nothing and it took a couple of big names on WWE to blow it up. So for people to say that, oh, TikTok is poisoning the minds of our children, the poisoning's been happening for a long time. This ain't nothing. So I wouldn't concern yourselves with it. Just my 2 cents.
American minds, and I would do it week one.
Why y'all keep on running up on TikTok? Is it because we hip to y'all now? And y'all mad because nobody's not falling for y'all shenanigans no more? Y'all upset because people starting to think for themselves and not being y'all little puppets anymore? TikTok ain't got nothing to do with nobody. TikTok can't control what nobody say or do or think. Y'all basically saying the people should be banned, not TikTok. Keep it 1,000. Y'all just mad because we woke. We know what y'all up to. We know what y'all got going on, and we ain't falling for this shit no more. You could ban TikTok all you want. We're not going back to being peons and bots. Okay?
Poisoning American minds, and I would do it.
So that's not free speech. And last I checked, that's an important part of being in this country. But here's the wild thing why this won't work. Cool thing about TikTok when it comes to news is we don't have to deal with your propaganda bullshit. I can literally see a primary source video of what is happening in real time. Or I can listen to somebody who isn't paid off by the government with their PhD talk on that topic. I can also get the other side, and if I really wanted to, listen to your propaganda. I get to hear all sides, use my brain, and critically think. And you don't get to tell me what to think anymore. Now here's the thing. Even if you do ban this app, Gen Z and millennials are awake. We know that everything that comes out of your fucking mouth is bullshit. We know that the government isn't for us anymore. Even if you manage to come against free speech in this country and ban this app, we will still never support you. And we will still know that the things that come out of your mouth are lies. We're already awake. So I guess do your worst.
American minds, and I would do it week one.
So what really doesn't make sense about that at all is they're saying TikTok, the app and the company, is poisoning minds. But we, the individual people that are logging on and making videos and sharing information between each other, that's not the app and that's not the company of TikTok. That is us sharing and exchanging information and ideas and history, which clearly they are so fucking bothered by. And they're mad. They think we're so stupid and gullible that we just believe any
Week one.
All right, so while we're at it, can we ban Facebook, Twitter, and all the other apps that also poisons the mind of people, especially Twitter? Because apparently the United States have a problem with the Chinese apparently transferring data, apparently, when we use the app TikTok, but they seem not to have a problem when it comes to Facebook or all these other apps that had worse problems than fucking TikTok. Facebook has been hacked how many times in the last 20 years it's been existing? Same thing, both owned by Republicans. For some reason, you guys don't want to say nothing about that, you know, even though it shares the same argument when it comes to that. Even in this video, somebody said, yeah, I think we should ban any U.S. company or any app that has the U.S. company transferring data. Oh, Timothy, it's the safety. We don't want our data to be transferred to. But how would you? But if you guys feel that certain type of way, but how come you don't have a problem with America? Apparently, it's okay when American does it, which is something that most Americans are against government controlling or seeing what they're doing. Don't let it be the Chinese, bro. Them people are crazy. America back on their old bullshit, and it's only bad because apparently that TikTok might actually get scuffed. At least in some states. Hopefully they do the same thing they're doing with the abortions and shit like that. It's just a state-by-state thing. But that makes it worse considering that most American is really a Republican state. Even in my state. Biden won Wisconsin, but that doesn't mean Wisconsin's red. We all know where the red parts of Wisconsin is if you're in Wisconsin. Anything that's not Milwaukee, Beloit, Rockford to Illinois City, Madison, they're all Republican cities. Come on now.
Week one.
I hope you guys are paying attention because once again, the Republican Party wants to come after this app. And why do they want to do that? Is it because we're talking to each other? We are sharing our stories. We're organizing. We're coming together and voting against them. This is the reason why they want to get rid of this app. It's not because of data being sold to China. For goodness sakes, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, they've already sold our data over 20 times over. It's because on here, we are a community. On here, we're making a change. On here, we're making plans. We're coming together. We are sharing our concerns for the world and want to make a change. That is why they want to ban it. So call your local representative and tell them to stay away from our community, to stay away from TikTok. All my love, guys.
Do it week one.
The real reason why the majority of Republicans and Democrats are actually talking about banning TikTok is because for the first time in 75, 80 years, the Israeli propaganda machine does not have a grip on TikTok. For the first time, you, me, and everyone who has access to a cell phone and TikTok can produce real life coverage and become our own newscast broadcasters of what is going on in real time all over the world, particularly the the occupied land of Palestine. Now, you may think, no, that's a far stretch. Pesci, why would you say that? Because if it wasn't for outlets like TikTok, more specifically TikTok, not Instagram, because that's owned by Mark Zuckerberg and other Zionists, TikTok is not in the control of the Zionists, and therefore it defeats their entire narrative. They can't control what goes on here. So that's why they're going after TikTok. You, I, and the rest of us can't let that happen.
Remember, kids, never throughout our history have the good guys called for censorship.
Week one.
Hello, TikTokers. Welcome to Real Law Talk. As you know, in no way does my page or do I ever get involved in any political discussion, especially in election year, Republican, Democrat. That is not what we do here. We discuss CPS and we discuss criminal law and we learn from each other. So don't come at me for the politics, because I simply have no political stand on any of these people, on any Republican or Democrat. My statement is this: TikTok is the most popular app in the world. The ease of which this app is able to be used, shared, stitched, duetted, all these features is what made it popular. And to ban this app for something that other apps have done forever. How many times have we seen Mark Zuckerberg in front of Congress saying, we made a mistake, we shouldn't do better? I didn't understand. One time he said, I didn't understand the scope of the problem. Well, Mark, you said that last year. So the idea of targeting one app is problematic. And let us not forget that this app is used by millions of people in political discussion. Whatever that side that is, I don't care. But we have the ability under the First Amendment to share our political opinions if we want to, and plenty of people do. This app has become the new town square. I get more information from TikTok and news than I get from any other station. All you do is search for something and somebody has posted a video in that minute. So the idea of banning one app has no basis, has no legal basis. It will be found to be unconstitutional, and it simply has no merit whatsoever. And that's Real Law Talk.
That was Chris Christie at the debate stage. Now the question, should TikTok be banned? I don't think so. I think it's good to know different opinions and how people feel. You know, I could say I feel one way, but I really feel this way. And you know, this is a space where you don't have to be around anybody. You don't have to say anything to anybody. You just talk to the camera. So I think you'll be more truthful with your feelings and how you see the world differently if you just in front of a camera. So, nah, they shouldn't ban TikTok. Let me know what you think.
Did you see how TikTok was brought up at the Republican primary debates? Like I said, they're trying to ban. That partnered with President Barack Obama having a swift rebuke towards anyone who uses TikTok in order to network with other activists and exercise their First Amendment right. Yeah, they got problems with that. They want us to be limited to the filtered information that they let us learn. They will use our children as an excuse, and they'll try to gaslight us to say that suddenly they care about the safety of our children when we're the only country in the world with a school problem. Cat's out of the bag, y'all. We know you don't care. Our country would rather send money to another country in the form of missions rather than give us health care, making us the only industrialized country in the world without a public option. They allow the rich to get richer, the poor to get poor, and allow our veterans to struggle in the streets. It's too late. If they try to ban TikTok, a new app will follow in its footsteps. We are in the information age, and politicians don't like it when you shed light on their shadows.
No. You know what should be banned? Whatever policy that requires you to button that shirt all the way to the top because it's choking the life out of you.
The top Democratic on the House Foreign Affairs Committee said on Tuesday he opposed a Republican bill that would give President Joe Biden the power to ban Chinese-owned social media app TikTok and other apps. Now, the committee opened debate on Tuesday on the measure which Republican Committee Chair Michael McCaul sponsored to grant the administration new powers to ban the ByteDance-owned app that is used by more than 100 million Americans. Now, the committee delayed a vote on the measure until Wednesday, say many Americans do not realize one of the greatest surveillance efforts from China has been silently gathering personal data in their pockets. Mikhail said, referring to TikTok, "TikTok is a national security threat. It is time to act." Representative Gregory Meeks said he strongly opposed the legislation, saying it would damage our allegiances across the globe, bring more companies into China's sphere, destroy jobs here in the United States, and undercut core American values of free speech and free enterprise. A ban would require passage by the full House and the Senate before the president can sign it into law. On Monday, the White House told federal agencies they had 30 days to purge TikTok from government devices. Now, it would be unfortunate if the House Foreign Affairs Committee were to censor millions of Americans and do so based not on actual intelligence but on basic misunderstanding of our corporate structure. TikTok said, adding that it has spent more than $1.5 billion on rigorous data security efforts and rejects spying allegations. Now, the U.S. government's Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, a powerful national security body in 2020, unanimously recommended that ByteDance divest TikTok because of fears that user data could be passed on to China's government. TikTok and CFIUC has been negotiating for more than 2 years on data security requirements. Meeks said Michael's bill is dangerously overboard and we would require U.S. sanctions on Korean and Taiwanese companies that supply Chinese companies with semiconductor chips and other equipment. Meeks said he believes concerns about TikTok are justified and offered a far narrower alternative that would allow the current negotiations, CFIUS and TikTok to address U.S. data concerns to continue. Now, Mikhail noted courts repeatedly blocked former President Donald Trump's administration's attempts to bar TikTok from U.S. devices. The American Civil Liberties Union urged Congress not to ban TikTok, saying it would violate the free speech rights of millions of Americans. This month, Biden said he was not sure if Washington would ban TikTok. Earlier on Monday, the White House gave government agencies 30 days to ensure that TikTok is not on any federal device and systems. Various U.S. states, Canada, and European Union policy institutions have also banned TikTok from being loaded onto state-owned devices. Meeks praised those efforts. What do you guys think about this issue? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section and let's get talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.